Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to day 2 of the Weightlifting.Ai. So on this particular day, had an average intensity of 69%. That's what she said. Or giggity, whichever you prefer. But the first thing I had to do was a clean high pull plus hang power clean above the knee plus jerk dip plus jerk. So 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. So seems like quite a lot, but it was only the 2 sets at the 102. And I had to re-record this audio because my video editing software keeps freezing, but it looks like my computer is still recording audio, so I'll just kind of talk through my lifts and pay attention to the time. If I talk through lifts, or right now it's starting to play again, so maybe it will get through that little part that was a little choppy for a second. It should look completely normal for you guys, just like on the editing. Sometimes the playback preview thing will be a little frozen for me, but I did both sets at 102. Gave them all the white lights. They didn't add anything more. Pretty easy work. Hardest part was actually the power clean. The jerks felt really good, but they should, because it's a very light percentage. I then went on to do this is my first set of front squats, where I just did the power clean and did a front squat. Did I just do one? Yeah, because my first set was up to, and I'm going to try to think of these in pounds off the fly, but first one was the 134 kilos, which I believe is 295 in pounds, and then I put that as a 4 reps in reserve, the easiest of the ratings that is on there. So it bumped me up to 300, and I ended up just going to 310. So some of these jumps I just kind of made on my own. It would say like 139 or something, and I would just go to the next logical jump with the pound plates that I have, or in the case of doing the 310, I did that by accident, just because I forgot to, or I just loaded it incorrectly, so I had 5 extra pounds than what I was planning. But the 310, that was our RIR 4 as well, went up to 145 kilos. There's 320 pounds, and that went to a 4 RIR, and then went to 148 kilos, which is 325 pounds. For another set, or this one I took one off for a 3 reps in reserve. So a little bit more difficult on that one, and I definitely remember the triples. Front squat triples are just difficult in general, but it had me do another set there. So I put an RIR of 2 for the next set of 148, so I did 2 at that 148. And then the last one was a set I just bumped up a little bit to 150 because it was only 5 more pounds, and that one was definitely more difficult. But doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of 3 in the front squat with really just about any weight is pretty good. For the clean pulls, originally wanted me to use 161 kilos, so that's like 356 in pounds. I just put 365 pounds on there, which is 166 kilos, to do my triples. I didn't forget to put any of the warm-up sets in. I just went right to the weight that I was going to do, because they're pulls. Pulls are easy. I'm never worried about pulls. I can do pulls all day long. And it was 6 sets of 3 with these pulls. They weren't like, I guess, super easy, but they certainly weren't very hard. I then did push press after this. Now the program, you notice here, it just says push press. It doesn't say to do a power clean plus push press, but I prefer doing push press after doing a power clean. I think they feel better. I feel like I get more tension, and it's a light enough weight where I'm not really like worried about the strain of doing the power cleans. So first set of 3, so again 6 sets of 3. The first one was the 205 pounds here with 93 kilos, and then it bumped me up to 215 because I put 5 reps in reserve. And I don't think on the front squats it allowed me to go past. Oh yeah, I could put 5 reps in reserve. So I used 4 reps in reserve for a lot of the front squats, which I guess I meant to put 5 for those. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. It gave pretty good weight recommendations for it. For the 215, I put 5 reps in reserve, and so it bumped me up to, I think it only bumped me up to 100, but I just put 102 on there, so 225, and did a triple there. That one was pretty easy, so it bumped me up to 245, or 111 kilos, and that one was definitely a difficult set. Pretty close to what I've done for a triple and a push press, just the most ever. So it was definitely a difficult set. So I put 0 reps in reserve for that one, because I might have been able to get one more, but it definitely was difficult. So it took me back down to 102. So I put RIR 2 for that, because it was pretty difficult. but not obviously 9 kilos less, 20 pounds or so less. Definitely got easier. And then it had me do another set of 102, and that was slightly more difficult. So I put 1 more reps in reserve. Probably could have put 0 on that, but 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Little things like that aren't too big of a deal. The last thing that I forgot to record because I did them later after I took a shower and stuff were the V-ups. So just the abdominal exercise. So I just forgot about recording those, but I did actually do them. They're just V-ups. If you look them up, they're not really that interesting. Just an abdominal exercise, but pretty good day. I was real happy with how the push presses went in particular, and I was really happy with how the jerks went. I guess I did a whole bunch of front squats too, so I was really happy with like how all the different movements went, and how physically I was challenged in them, but not like dying from everything. And I liked how the weights were adjusting, and if I was being honest with how many reps I really thought I had left or how difficult the set was, it was definitely challenging me in the correct ways how I wanted to be. So I definitely liked how it was adjusting things and doing things. Wish I would have done a little bit more for clean pulls, but I don't think it's necessarily super important for me to do heavy pulls all the time or really ever, because my pulling strength is never a weakness. But that is it for now. So that is day 2. I'll talk to you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.